Yes, I saw it on Hometown Sports Corner.
16 from Morton Combs.
63-59, free throw good.
Brady Howard, and I play for Cougars.
Yeah, man, anybody up there able to hear the hometown? Everybody, Jason.
Hello, how you doing tonight, guys and gals, boys and girls? So glad to be here for another edition of Sports Talk. Did you like the new intro? I sat up and worked on that a little while last night. Just kind of a collaboration of all the different things we do. Dirt track racing, tennis, volleyball, soccer, basketball, baseball, football, of course. And did I mention dirt track racing? We got a little bit of all of it here each and every week on Sports Talk. In fact, tonight, Miss Whitley Hall, Coach Beth Justice, and Hunter Combs behind the camera and production went over and covered Alice Lloyd College's matchup against Crown College. How about Coach Van Hoos and the Lady Eagles, ranked nationally, having themselves a remarkable season? Then, of course, we had a huge week of dirt track racing. Got another big weekend coming up this Saturday. Special day for us here at Hometown Sports Corner. We'll talk more about that. And, of course, the game of the week tomorrow night right here on Hometown Sports Corner, Knox County Central and Phelps. We'll talk about that one and all of the football games, as nobody, unfortunately, was able to get all the pick'ems right this week. But we'll give you another chance to do that this coming week. And in fact, I got the games already ready to post as soon as tonight's show is over. You guys let me know where you're watching from, and as always, hit that like and share button. Let's take ourselves a commercial break. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Call him Hot Rod! Then he took off like a rocket ship!
When you visit East Kentucky Health, your family will be cared for by our founding member, Dr. Grady Stumbo, and his team of providers, Dr. Chris Stumbo, Melissa Moore, and Jamie Jones. Should you need specialty treatment at Pikeville Medical Center or Hazard ARH, your same provider will be the one with you in the hospital to help manage your treatment and recovery. Call us today for an appointment. Walk-ins are welcome, and with our sliding scale, you only pay what you can afford. East Kentucky Health, caring for your family yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Announcing Little Flower Dental Clinic. Dr. Corellis, Dr. Sloan, and Dr. Baker. Cleanings, fillings, extractions, bridges, same-day crowns, implants, and even outpatient hospital procedures. Call 487-9505, option 1. After hours, call 216-4708.
Did you know that Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky has been given the title of leading rural health provider in Kentucky? In addition, Primary Care is the third largest rural health system in the nation and the fourth largest employer in Perry County. For 20 years, the top quality health care has been in your backyard and continues to grow. Call today to schedule an appointment at any of our locations in Hazard, Hindman, Vico, Hyden, and now open in Whitesburg. Walk-ins are always welcome. Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, 439-1300.
Care Cottage is happy once again to be sponsoring tonight's sporting event. They're also pleased to announce they will launch their second Race to Prevent Child Abuse campaign beginning with this racing season. Tune in each week as we bring you our Driver of the Week, sponsored by carecottage.org.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
And a big thank you to the Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court, certainly for sponsoring tonight's show. A big thank you to Hidden Hollow Speedway, Dr. Grady Stumbo and his fine staff there, Alice Lloyd College, Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance, East Kentucky Primary Care, Care Cottage, Tim Short Chevy, Tim Short Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Hot Rods Pizza. Certainly want to say thanks to them. If you're at one of our locations for the Hot Rods Pizza, order you a big Stromboli number 2. Pepperoni, sausage, ham on a Stromboli. Oh my. Or get you a pizza with pepperoni, sausage, ham, banana peppers. Get them slice it in squares, or get them to put it just like a pizza pie, or to be sliced. Either way, can't go wrong. It make you hungry just thinking about Hot Rods Pizza. How is everybody tonight? I hope all of you are doing good. Hope you hit that like and share button for me. Again, as I said, Hometown Sports Corner just finishing up over at Alice Lloyd College. Been a busy week for us. Of course, we had dirt track racing on Friday night last week. We had high school football here. As Knott County Central improved to 4-0. We'll talk about that a little later on. Then I went to Bristol, had myself a ton of fun there. And then all week we've been busy getting ready for a lot of different things that have been happening. We brought you a couple volleyball games this week already. Got a big high school football game tomorrow night. Got dirt track racing to cover Saturday. So always something good going on here at Hometown Sports Corner. But let's start off, if we can, over in a place I like to call home. That's Hidden Hollow Speedway in Colson, Kentucky. Got my Hidden Hollow t-shirt on, one of them, anywho. Courtesy, again, of Graphic Impressions. Billy and Randy and the crew done a fantastic job with this shirt. And hope you'll come and be with us this Saturday. Make a note of that now. We typically run on Friday nights, but Saturday opened up for us, and with the football games going on, our buddy Stephen Breeden said, yes, sir, let's race Saturday this week. And so that's the plan. $1,500 to win, plus all of the other classes at Hidden Hollow Speedway. Now, let's go back, though, if we can. Talk a little dab about that race this past weekend. $7,500 to win. It was the Coal Miners Classic, and I think I've got that one squared up here and ready to show you. Check that out. You tell me that is not a beautiful sight. Chris Tilley and the guys did a fantastic job again with that Ironman super late model feature. Guys, we had to run a B main. So we had, I think, 26 super lates on hand. Shannon Thornsberry won the B main. He and I believe Cody Hunley and Oscar McCown made the feature by that B main. Then we took the top 5 in the heat races. Cody Mahoney out of Madison, Indiana won the first one. Seth Daniels finished second. Rod Conley, Hot Rod, out of Willisburg, Ohio, finished third. Shane Bailey and Derek Fisher would be the top 5 to get out of heat race number 1 and go to the feature. Heat race number 2 sent us Willisburg, Ohio's R.J. Conley, Rusty Slink out of McClure, Ohio. Folks, I'll just be honest with you, I'm a fan of that cat. He can drive the wheels off of a car. Then, of course, we all know what the Bill D. Bandit's capable of doing. Well, he finished third in his heat race and advanced to the feature. Clint Keenan out of Pataskala, Ohio. Say that real fast 10 times. Clint Keenan finished 4th, and James Williamson out of Iville, Kentucky, top 5 in second heat race. Third heat race, McKay Winger out of Fallbury, Illinois, won that second heat race to move on to the feature. Colton Burdett out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. That's another fast cat. Him and Bob Anderzak would finish second and third. Alan Turner the second would be 4th, and Eli Johnson out of Florida brought his hot rod up here from the Gator Country and finished in the top 5. That would then take us to what you're watching right now on the screen if you're tuning in here on Hometown Sports Corner tonight. That's our feature. 40-lap feature. Stephen Breeden brought you this again. It's the Coal Miners Classic. Boy, check them out there. Got some good racing from second place on back. And that's never a good thing when you can say that for the rest of the competitors. But folks, Cody Mahoney come in from Madison, Indiana, and he put on a show. That cat, again, very impressive. Got his second feature win for the series. He has 4 top 5, 7 top 10s. So you think about that. In 11 races this year, Mahoney has finished in the top 10, 7 of them. That's impressive, guys. It is. Now you have to give credit where credit's due. And he come in there again and had himself a nice ride. Let's give you his sponsors. P3 Graphics, Jason Smith Transport, Fox Shocks, Jay Dickinson's Racing Engines, FK Rod Ends, Buddha Bent Transmissions, Penn Grade Motor Oil, Larry's Truck Service, Kaiser's Manufacturing, Customs Restoration, and Dailies, ONC. Again, this cat can drive, folks, and this is a second-generation driver, once crew chief for Don O'Neill. He was actually Don O'Neill's crew chief when O'Neill won his last Lucas Oil Championship. But right now, this cat's writing his own story. And he come to Colson, Kentucky at Hidden Hollow Speedway and got the job done over there. Congratulations again to him and his crew as they got the super late model victory over there this past Saturday night. Let's give you some other results. Open wheel modified never disappoints, but this time the open wheel modified payday went to Lucasville, Ohio, as Jeremy Rayburn come in and got the win. Congratulations to Jeremy as he done a fantastic job driving the wheels off of that modified of his. Jacob Hall and the Cornbread Express. Now, when you beat Jacob anywhere, you've done something, but when you beat him at Hidden Hollow, that's impressive. Jacob's already quickly becoming one of the top drivers, I think, over there at Hidden Hollow, in my opinion. And, you know, not only feature wins, but he's consistently top 3 regardless of who's there and what's going on. And so we're going to give a shout out certainly to him as he finished second. James Grigsby had a nice run from here in Hyman, Kentucky. Actually, a pair of Hyman, Kentucky boys finished 3rd and 4th. James Grigsby and Dustin Mosley. Mosley in that 22 machine finished 4th. Whitesburg, Kentucky's Brandon Mason 5th. Raid Rookard 6th, and Andy Mason finished 7th in the open wheel modified. In the sport mods, how about the Wolfman out of Campton, Kentucky? Caleb Creech claims another checkered flag in a Steph chassis. Also in a Steph chassis, Andrew Skeens right behind him finished 2nd. Jason Hall in the 911 machine finished 3rd. I think I'm right when I say Jason's driving an elite chassis this year. Billy Ball 4th, and Savannah Frazier would round out the top 5 in the sport mod feature. Hobby stock was a good one, but the 199 car of Connor Stewart out of Manchester, KY, got the win. Zach Carr never makes it easy for you, though, as Carr come home in a 2nd spot. Sean Stamper, I call him the Bluegrass Gentleman, out of Red Fox, Kentucky, finished 3rd. Danny Fields and Creed Mullins would round out the top 5 in the hobby stock. And in the 4-cylinders, Para Bakers out of Perry County, Kentucky, 1-2 finish. That kind of sounds like a broken record, don't it? But this time it would be Billy Baker taking the checkered flag. Aaron Baker would finish 2nd. Jacoby Bush rounded out the top 3. He finished 3rd. Chase Witt and Donnie Horn would round out that 12-car feature race in the 4-cylinders. And now, guys, as I said, once again, we will be racing 1,500 to win Saturday night. Saturday night. Now, make note of that, guys. It will be the KDRA coming to town. 1,500 to win. Gates will open at 3. Racing in all classes. In addition to the exciting night of racing, it'll be kids' night at the track, as the kids will look to steal the show. We got a bike to give away. We're also going to be letting the kids race in the Power Wheels and the Juice Box and the bicycles. So kiddos, bring your bicycles, your Power Wheel, and your Juice Boxes. I'm not talking about the Capri Sun ones either. I'm talking about the ones you race in. And let's have ourselves a big, big, big time at Hidden Hollow Speedway. It is Meet the Drivers Night this Saturday, September the 20th at Hidden Hollow Speedway. You guys been around me long enough to know that's always my favorite night. I love kids' night. I like to get down there and let the kids get a chance to see their favorite drivers, get their pictures took and so forth. And it's just a ball of fun each and every week. Let me give some shout outs out. Matt Witt, got to eat supper with the Whitster tonight. Him and all the Knott County Central football players. Hunter Combs says, heck of a game here in Pippa Passes. Hunter, tell us who got the dub over there, man. Lyle Datson says, what about 201? 201 getting geared up for a good October, my friend. Jared Breeden loves October. He and the crew at 201 will have some nice races, I am quite sure. There's my buddy from Crossville, Tennessee, tuning in. Larry Combs, how are you, brother? We're glad to see you guys here. He says you can pre-register for the 10,000 to win King of the Mountain Thunder Mountain Speedway in Corbin, Kentucky, October the 18th. It's 604 crate late models. Going to be the one you want to make sure that you don't miss. Thank you, Red, for sharing that. Do want to say, too, as Crystal's already said there in the comment section, this is in memory of a good friend, Brad Centers. As y'all may or may not know, Brad Centers, of course, passed away this past week, and our thoughts and prayers are certainly with him. Brad won't mind me sharing this. My fondest memory of him is one night he was crew chiefing, of course, for the 911 machine. Jason brought that car in pit side, and Brad, of course, when you're in the pits and you see your car coming in, the first instinct is to grab the jack and to pull it and be ready to change the tire. And Brad come and had that jack ready to change that tire, and only to find out all 4 of Jason's tires still had air in them. Jason had some mechanical problems, but you had to be there. I didn't have it on tape. If I did, I'd show it to you. But Brad come running with that jack. He had that thing big long-legged. Brad was ready to put that jack underneath the car and jack it up and change the tires. It was carburetor issues, I think, is what Jay had problems with that night. But Brad and Jason were tight, and good memories there. And that was back when Troy was racing the 4-cylinders. They worked Brad to death. in the infield that night, but he loved every minute of it. Then I also loved seeing Jordan and Travis and Brad's pictures from the north-south. They always had a big time up there, and them fellas loves them some dirt track racing. Their grandfather, Bill Stanley Smith, was one of my heroes growing up. So good to me, and always let me go down to his cabin down in Cherokee Lake and fish. And so we've been friends with that family a long time, since I was a little boy. And my thoughts and prayers again are with Brad's family and his wife and all of his friends. That, you know, he had a couple of friends he's as close to as brothers, in addition to his brothers. And so, but he would want us to enjoy Saturday night and have a big time. And so that's what we're going to do in honor of him, as we'll be racing at Hidden Hollow Speedway this Saturday night. Won't you come be with us? Guys, I'm going to take me a commercial break, and after the break, we'll be back. We're going to talk a whole lot more about each and everything that's on y'all's mind tonight. And but one more time tonight, I want to tip my hat in honor of my good friend Brad that passed away, and want you guys to, as I said, keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. And we'll be back after this commercial break.
When you visit East Kentucky Health, your family will be cared for by our founding member, Dr. Grady Stumbo, and his team of providers, Dr. Chris Stumbo, Melissa Moore, and Jamie Jones. Should you need specialty treatment at Pikeville Medical Center or Hazard ARH, your same provider will be the one with you in the hospital to help manage your treatment and recovery. Call us today for an appointment. Walk-ins are welcome, and with our sliding scale, you only pay what you can afford. East Kentucky Health, caring for your family yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Care Cottage is happy once again to be sponsoring tonight's sporting event. They're also pleased to announce they will launch their second Race to Prevent Child Abuse campaign beginning with this racing season. Tune in each week as we bring you our Driver of the Week, sponsored by carecottage.org. I'm glad it turned around for.
What do you get when you check out at Save-A-Lot? Well, you'll love the quality of our fresh produce, and our meat is cut fresh in-store every day. We're proud to offer you a delicious assortment of our exclusive brands, and you'll be saving up to 40% every day. Savings made easy.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
Did you know that Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky has been given the title of leading rural health provider in Kentucky? In addition, Primary Care is the third largest rural health system in the nation and the fourth largest employer in Perry County. For 20 years, the top quality health care has been in your backyard and continues to grow. Call today to schedule an appointment at any of our locations in Hazard, Hindman, Vico, Hyden, and now open in Whitesburg. Walk-ins are always welcome. Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, 439.
Yes, I saw it on Hometown Sports Corner.
From Morton Combs.
63-59, free throw is good.
Brady Howard, and I play for Cougars.
Yeah, man, anybody up there able to hear the hometown buddy Jason Hall?
Care Cottage is happy once again to be sponsoring tonight's sporting event. They're also pleased to announce they will launch their second Race to Prevent Child Abuse campaign beginning with this racing season. Tune in each week as we bring you our Driver of the Week, sponsored by carecottage.org.
When you visit East Kentucky Health, your family will be cared for.
Hey, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Houston, we had a problem. It's the first time in a long time that we've lost internet signal. I think early in this season, the power went out here at the house. If you guys remember, and that triggered the internet. I don't know what happened tonight, but it gave me another opportunity to show you that intro I made. I'm kind of fond of that, by the way. Worked on that last night, a new intro to show you the different things that we've got to do here. James Sandlin and myself had the awesome opportunity of broadcasting the girls' Sweet 16 as they won that first round in Hyman, Kentucky. Then, as I showed you guys in the first segment, you'll have to go back and watch it, Hidden Hollow Speedway, as we, of course, brought you the Coal Miners Classic last Friday night. And then we brought you also the big game of the week, Knott County Central High School. We're going to talk more about the football games here in just a little bit, but let's just a little bit more dirt track racing. Can I do that? Sure I can. And you guys that are watching have to help me out now, though. Hit that like and share button, okay? And let's let everybody know we are back on the airwaves. Again, don't know what happened. Wish I could say I did, but I don't. But 201 Speedway race fans, of course, not going to be running this Saturday night. They, with that announcement, though, did tell everybody that they'll be returning to action next week. So 201 and Hidden Hollow working together, making sure we keep the racing action great for you good fans here. And we're going to continue to do that each and every week that we possibly can, and giving you all a lot of different options. So make sure that you're helping us out by letting everybody know that Hidden Hollow Speedway in Colson, Kentucky, and 201 Speedway racing action is alive and well. But we will go back to racing action at 201 Speedway Saturday, September the 27th. Saturday, September the 27th. I got to figure out why I'm not able now, after that break that we had there, to show you guys the graphics that I've got here. I think maybe this might let me do it. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. And but if we were able to do that, we would be able, of course, to tell you who won at 201 Speedway this past weekend. I can go ahead and tell you the winners. 63 cars on hand this past weekend. Had that sprint car race that took place over there. Sprint car Hall of Famer Danny Smith out of Chillicothe, Ohio, took home the winner. I have a feeling, guys, that won't be the last time you'll see the sprints at 201. From everything I hear, it was a fun night of racing action at 201 Speedway. Congratulations to Scott LeMaster. Scott and his crew took the checkered flag in the sport mods. AJ Hicks got the job done in the crate late models. That was a 2000 to win crate late model American All-Star Series on hand, and we would certainly invite you to catch that and enjoy that with us. And I've got to scroll here just one more time, guys, if you'll bear with me, and we'll see what we can, for some reason or another, not got that graphic to pull up. But again, it was, as I said before we went to commercial break, congratulations and kudos, as they say, to Scott LeMaster. He won the sport mod. AJ Hicks come home victorious in the American All-Star Series race there. Let me scroll down. I've got them on another phone here. I can pull up the winners for you. Won't take us just a sec. Well, actually be more than a second, because we've got a bunch of neat graphics that we put on there for you guys this week. Football, volleyball, and so forth. Here they are. But again, Hicks won in that big American All-Star Series race, won the 25 lapper. He set fast time with a 14.698. Steve Stallings, how about my buddy Steve Stallings getting a nice second place finish? 1.6 seconds different. He was right there knocking on his door. Brandon Fouts come through the field and finished third. Oscar McCallum and Dalton Atkins would get fourth and fifth place there in the big race from 201 Speedway. Lennox Jr. took the open wheel modified race. Congratulations to Jimmy Lennox Jr. as he won the open wheel modified feature, driving his number 8 machine through the field. Michael Paul Howard would be the runner-up in that one. Dustin Mosley, Double Deuce, had himself another good finish there as well. He got a top 5 at Hidden Hollow and a top 3 at 201. James Grigsby and Jody Puckett would round out the top 5 from 201 Speedway there. And again, guys, 201, make note, will not be racing this Saturday night. All the action's going to be at Hidden Hollow Speedway. And we hope you'll come out and be with us. Again, it promises to be a fun night of racing. Guys, I'm going to take myself another quick commercial break and come back and talk a little high school football in this second segment. Won't you stay with us?
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Call him Hot Rod. Then he took off like a rocket ship.
Did you know that Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky has been given the title of leading rural health provider in Kentucky? In addition, Primary Care is the 3rd largest rural health system in the nation and the 4th largest employer in Perry County. For 20 years, the top quality health care has been in your backyard and continues to grow. Call today to schedule an appointment at any of our locations in Hazard, Hindman, Vico, Hyden, and now open in Whitesburg. Walk-ins are always welcome. Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, 439-1300.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and
Fit safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops.
Again, a big thank you to my friends at the Bank of Hyman, Tim Short, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and to all of you fans that are tuning in here tonight. We're glad to have each and every one of you, and we hope tonight again that you are as fired up over high school football as we are. We think this Friday night has an opportunity to be an outstanding night of high school football. Of course, our game of the week, Knott County Central, the Patriots, for the first time in school history, 4-0. They'll take on the Phelps Hornets, teams 2-1. But guys, let me tell you, this might be the best Phelps team that we've seen in several years. And so, promises to be a good one. Had a chance, as I said earlier, to watch the the Patriots practice tonight. Then we had supper with them. And we're looking forward right here on the Hometown Sports Corner tomorrow night, bringing you this one. James Sellen and myself will be in the house. And we'll predict that game and a whole lot more. But how about first of all, we go over to In Focus Studios and find out what they've got on their mind out of Prestonsburg, Kentucky.
They say greatness is earned, but around here, it's built. It's not just about Friday nights. It's the early mornings, the bruises, the grind no one sees. 4 weeks, 4 wins. But we're not chasing numbers. We're chasing a legacy. Every snap, every drive, every second, we prove we're not just good. We're different. This town, this team, this moment, we were made for it. We're Black Cats, and we're built different.
Wow. I'm telling you, man, In Focus does a fantastic job with those hype videos. They also do a bunch of other stuff as well, weddings, special events, if you need commercials, whatnot. Check them out. But now let's talk a little bit, as we said, football. That one ought to get you ready for it, right? As I said, Phelps will be at Knott County Central High School. That will be our Hometown Sports Corner game of the week. Floyd Central at Betsy Lane, Letcher at Breathitt, Paintsville at Frankfort, Prestonsburg. The Black Cats are on the road at Pike Central, Pikeville and Belfry. Should be at Andy there as well. Campbellsville at Hazard, East Ridge at Leslie, Martin County at Shelby Valley, Montgomery County. Oh my, Montgomery County at Estill. That promises to be a good one, folks.